Waiting years and years and still Commander Cody is not the full redeemable clone we were waiting for. We got Rex. Bad Batch just created more problems. It was never explained what Wolf eventually did, and now we don't know, we have no clue about Commander Cody. Yes, he is my main focal point because it seems to me that they are planning either something big or they're just erasing him completely, which would be a mistake. I mean, look at the cancelled Obi-Wan trilogy. The fans knew for years that he got cut from that movie and then he got cut from the series. The Obi-Wan series doesn't feature Cody at all, which would have been great. Temuera Morrison to be back, it would have been perfect. And just as we suspected, in this version, Cody would have been on Tatooine, would have found Obi-Wan, sought him out, asked for forgiveness, and even protect him from getting discovered by the Empire. But don't fret yet, because there are some indications that I see from the actors and from the creators that Cody might still be back, albeit I have very little faith in whatever Lucasfilm and Disney are doing right now, because it's just been downhill for a long time. And I hope that they don't do my man D. Bradley Baker dirty and they give him a chance to play Cody again. Bad Batch didn't do it. Obi-Wan series didn't do it. It's a sad state of affairs, but let's go to D. Bradley Baker. Especially now that the Bad Batch has finally come to a conclusion. There is a lot of excitement about what the future of Star Wars animation holds, and D. Bradley Baker was much sincere when it came to that. In San Diego Comic-Con, as I said, this past weekend, he talked extensively about what can we expect. And so he went on to say, personally and selfishly, what I would love to see is, I would love to see Rex, Gregor, Echo, and Wolf, and maybe even Cody, and see what they do to get them to what we saw in Rebels. What do these rogue clones now do once the events that transpired in the Bad Batch have played out? I'd love to see that. I think the fans would too. Where are the clones? I don't know where they are, but they're still there, and these stories can still be explored. That's one of the wonderful things about Star Wars. You don't have to take everything forward in a linear path. You can go sideways, you can go backwards, you can pick a point in that timeline and just open that up. And there you have a galaxy of wondrous fun available at any point. This is extremely exciting for a multitude of things. Him saying this during San Diego Comic-Con tells you a lot. Tells you that he is sworn to secrecy still. He cannot reveal everything, but the sheer fact that he mentioned literally everybody. Rex, Gregor, Wolf, Echo, and Cody. Remember, Echo and Cody are not in Rebels, so him mentioning these two as well, we knowingly know now that they survived. Even with Cody, we didn't find out what happened to Cody after Season 2 of The Bad Batch. He wasn't mentioned in Season 3 or appeared, so now we kind of have this confirmation that he is still alive from D. Bradley Baker. Why else would he mention him? He had private conversations with Dave Filoni, and now he might have leaked, of course, that he is still alive. Cody is still out there somewhere, and we're gonna find out in a future animated series about the Clone Rebellion. As Season 3 of The Bad Batch was waning on, we saw that the group was in dire, desperate need of more help. We know that Rex defected. We saw that Wolf was toying with the idea, because at the end of the day, he let the guys go. Much more to his detriment, I'm sure. If somebody snitched on him, he will have a very bad time after those episodes where we don't see him anymore. So probably the next time we see Wolf, he's either in an Imperial prison or has definitely joined the guys. But what about Commander Cody? He doesn't fit in any of this. We've talked previously in other videos that Commander Cody is a bit of an enigma at this point because he is nowhere to be found after Season 2. He is in the early episodes of Season 2, never seen again. We just know that he went AWOL, and we waited and waited for him to show up in Season 3, but he is nowhere to be found, not even mentioned once. This is highly suspicious, but I think I know the answer, and the answer lies in, of course, Revenge of the Sith, essentially the plague that has been bothering Commander Cody's character ever since we saw him attack his Jedi General, our favorite Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, during Order 66. We have a major problem here, and I think this is why Dave Filoni brought Commander Cody back. I think this is why we don't see Commander Cody again in the Bad Batch series, and perhaps I'm hoping we're gonna see Commander Cody again in perhaps a Clone Rebellion show, the one that we've been discussing for so long now. This is my ultimate wish. I think that series should be even bigger than The Bad Batch, even better, because I just can't imagine a filler episodes with like Captain Rex and Wolf, Gregor, Echo, all these guys. You will not have a filler episode with these guys going up against the Empire. Every episode, I think, will be crucial. But where is Commander Cody then if he isn't with the Bad Batch guys, if he isn't with Captain Rex, if he isn't with anybody? Well, one little tiny shred of hope we have is that the rumors were during the Obi-Wan development series. We saw a lot of rumors floating about. We knew that Obi-Wan and Vader will have their rematch, but what we suspected, and we finally got it confirmed by the writers and the people surrounding that show, is that there was a scene scrapped, deleted, that was supposed to feature Commander Cody defected from the Empire, finding Obi-Wan to make amends. I think in the early stages it was even shown that he was still with the Empire, but he hid Obi-Wan's true identity even though he found out who he really is. So there's a lot of speculation there, but whatever the case, we know that they were planning this. They were definitely planning a meeting with Obi-Wan and Cody. This gives you a huge clue as to the future of Commander Cody because he has a real penance to make. This is what is troubling him in the Bad Batch series, is that the Empire has replaced the clones. He is hurting, but he is mostly thinking about Order 66 and what did they do wrong? They followed blindly an empire that is leading them to their extinction, and they replaced them with the Jedi that were very kind to them, albeit not all of them, but 99%, especially when you think about how Obi-Wan treated the clones, how Plo Koon, how Anakin, all these guys treated the clones as if they were real brothers. I think that Dave Filoni and Lucasfilm essentially brought back Cody from the dead into the Bad Batch Season 2 just because they wanted his story arc to lead to Obi-Wan Kenobi eventually. Maybe not in the Bad Batch season, maybe not in the Obi-Wan series, but sooner rather than later, I think that definitely we're gonna see Cody end up on Tatooine or perhaps somewhere else meeting with Obi-Wan.